Do you focus too much on the negative thoughts? I know if you have, very high standards for yourself, or if you feel like you're not very worth anything, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you, you know? It makes the world seem very black and white, and everything that's happening to you, it's either catastrophic or the end of the world, and that's where my mind often goes to. And I would give three main ways that I've learned over therapy, over doing my own research, and doing lots of experimentation on myself. And these are the three ways that have helped me the most. And it's a reminder now to not force yourself to think positive thoughts, but to embrace these negative thoughts as part of who you are. But also, that's a small part of what's going on in your mind, because it does not define who you are, if that makes sense. Well, let's get to it. Number one, again, don't push it away. I think oftentimes when we try to force ourselves to do positive thinking, to do affirmations, we feel like these negative thoughts are bad. And once we label these thoughts as bad, it's very difficult for us to comprehend why we have these thoughts. But these thoughts kind of do serve a purpose. It's trying to instill some form of emotion and some form of action or inaction from you. Either it's fear of something, and then you would probably avoid something that is probably quite scary. Sometimes you avoid good things, but sometimes you do avoid bad things in life, which serves a purpose, right? So don't push it away. Accept those thoughts. You can label them as negative thoughts, but try not to ascribe bad labeling, thinking that you having those thoughts are inherently bad in itself, if that makes sense. Okay, so number two, I would write these thoughts down or record them out. So, for example, a common thought that I have is, I'm not good enough. I have to prove my worth. If not, I'm worth nothing. When I look at these sentences or statements, they do seem quite absurd, right? Because how can I be worth nothing and get a job? How can I be worth nothing and, mean so much to some people around me, at least? But it's difficult. Sometimes certain situations, maybe some mistakes you made, make you feel that way. And the thoughts keep running in your head, and it can infiltrate. Maybe, yeah, I don't deserve the job that I have, or maybe I don't deserve the people around me. And that's quite dangerous when it keeps in that spiral and leads me down a very depressing life ahead. And then number three, I think this is what I've done a lot in therapy, is to think of alternatives. So come up with different alternatives to things. Like, okay, sure, maybe you do feel worthless, or you do feel like, you're not meant to be in the job that you are now. Now, think of other possible scenarios. Okay, what if there is one quality of you that maybe some people have told you that they look up in you? Like, for example, yeah, maybe you're not good at the work that you do, but maybe you are friendly enough, or you're outspoken enough, or maybe you're careful, because maybe sometimes you're a good listener, a good observer of things, and you're able to come up with very consolidated and thoughtful solutions to things. Hey, you just brought some worth into the statement, and you've kind of counteract the statement as well. Black and white thoughts, are almost always false, because the world is not really black and white. There's so much nuance and gray area in between, and it's up to you to try and catch that whenever you think black and white thoughts. If you can, writing it down does help, because it makes you realize how absurd some of these thoughts are. And then when you also can journal it, or just think about different types of perspectives of things, it can help bring you out of that. And that's a type of conditioning that even I struggle with to this day. But when I reflect upon, for example, this year, I'm able to find situations where, hey, maybe I missed out. I've been so focusing on the negative thoughts that I missed out on those positive things in life, or sometimes neutral things. And that's good enough. So this is my message to you, and whoever wants to continue on this journey with me to better themselves as we move into 2025. Tackle these and accept these negative thoughts. Write them down, look at them, and then you'll realize that maybe the world is not all negative. Sometimes it's okay if you can't think of anything else, because this is a long process. Sometimes you will fall into the spiral, and I've recently been through that, and that's okay. Again, we pick ourselves back up and we try again. Alright, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, I mentioned I think 2025 will be the year where these videos will really ramp up in quality. I hope that my editing skills will make it. But do leave down in the comments what you'd like to see, or what type of improvements in type of content you'd like to see as well. If this is any of value to you, hop onto the Jay Chang Express, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.